The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
Welcome to Almost Here, Round the Corner Future Technology Podcasts with Richard Jacobs. Future technologies poised to transform our lives for better or worse are the focus of this podcast. Almost Here means these technologies are now here and starting to be used, or just around the corner, from Bitcoin to artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.
Hello, this is Richard Jacobs with Future Tech Podcast. My guest today is Charlie Silver, Chairman and CEO of Algebraix Data. Charlie, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem. So tell me a little bit about your background and how you came to this point, and then we'll go into what Algebraix Data does.
Well, thanks. I'm one of the guys with gray hair in this industry. There's not too many, but I have a 30-year career of being an entrepreneur. A company that many of your listeners may be familiar with was I started a company in the dot-com era in the late 90s, a company called Real Age. For people who are online in that era, you may be familiar with Real Age, where it was we acquired enormous amount of user health and wellness data through this thing called the Real Age test, where people would fill out these deep questionnaires, health risk appraisals, and in return they would get their real age, how to make it younger, how to be younger.
I remember that.
Well, we had 40 million registered users in the U.S. and double that globally. And we were a very successful dot-com company, and we sold it very well to the Hearst Corporation in 2009. And what remains of that company, I mean, Hearst kind of absorbed it into other properties, but Dr. Oz was our spokesperson. And he is now, on television and has been on television since we sold the company. So that was a big success. And
okay.
And since then, I've also founded a publicly traded ETF company with 5 publicly traded ETFs in the financial services world. Called Reality Shares, and I don't run that company, but I'm on the board of it, and but I'm very proud of its success as well.
All right, so safe to say you're no slacker. That's great. Tell me about Algebraix Data. What do you guys do, and what's the premise there?
Well, Algebraix Data is a very interesting company. After I sold Real Age, I started investing in Algebraix because the whole foundation of the company was that all data can be represented mathematically. And when you do that, it becomes the universal language of data. Like math applied to anything, it makes it more efficient, it makes it scalable, more solid, more accurate. And when you think about software development, there are 3,000 languages in software. Well, there only needs to be one, which is mathematics. And so that's what intrigued me. And this company's been, for years until the last year, has been really a research and development company. And it's only in the last year that we said we're going all in on the blockchain and cryptocurrency, and this is going to be the application that we're going for. And Algebraix has become a platform for individuals owning their own data, and once you own it, you can then monetize it. And that's what we're all about, is the individual ownership of data.
All right, so what is some of the examples of data that we don't individually own, we should, and then we'll go from there?
Well, when you think about your personal data. I mean, companies like Equifax and Facebook, and they take advantage of it. They monetize it. They know everything about you, and they can target advertising and commercial offerings to you. You don't get paid. So we're building a platform so you can store as much personal data as you want, even if it's just simple date of birth or just, gender, zip code. But think, all your personal documents, if as you trust the platform, you'll store more and more information. But if and you can choose to share it. And when you share it, advertisers will offer you this new ALX Algebraix coin to look at their ads. It's a whole new paradigm in how promotional offers and advertising can work.
So essentially, you want to pay people to view ads, and the way that people would get paid is advertisers would say, I'm looking for, women ages 35 to 50 that have one child and, have this income, and then your platform would match them to a potential audience, and they would pay each of those people to watch an ad?
Correct, but they would pay direct. I mean, the middleman's cut out. I mean, Facebook and the internet behemoths, they're the ones that get paid to be able to reach an audience. And now we're building a platform so advertisers can connect directly to the recipients of the ads and cut out the middleman. And one of the, it's a very, very ambitious effort. Like Amazon, I like to, refer to, they're a great comparison. They started out as a bookstore, right? Even though from day one they always felt they were going to be Walmart, they started in one vertical, books, so they can build trust in an audience. We're doing the same thing. We're starting in one vertical, which is entertainment. We're going to create a platform for people to watch movie trailers, television trailers, listen to music, play video games, and get paid. So our goal is to get to tens of millions of users by focused on this one vertical. Once you have a large audience, that's when other verticals, other advertisers, and all the different categories can come on the platform.
Right. So what are some of the, how would this get started? What group of people do you think would be willing to pay to consume ads, get paid to consume ads, and which kind of advertisers do you think would want to do this first?
Well, you download the app on your smartphone. You put in some basic information, your gender, your date of birth, your zip code. You could add more, but let's just start with that. And then immediately, entertainment companies, call it Disney, call it Netflix, CBS, will say, here, we're going to pay you 100 Alex coin to watch this movie trailer. And so you watch the movie trailer, 100 Alex coin goes into your wallet, which is all part of the application. So again, it's all about entertainment and getting people delighted, and it's going to be their first foray into cryptocurrency. And we think this can go viral. It's going to be a very young audience to start. I mean, probably 16 to 25 or 16 to 30, but hopefully it spreads into the whole idea is to create a mass audience.
So where do you think are you testing this yet in the market? What stage are you at with this whole plan and this whole platform?
Well, it's going to be in alpha in about 30 days, meaning the first 10,000 users will be available, and we'll get feedback and optimize the system. Then probably by early February is the schedule to have kind of beta test, and then we're doing a full ICO and launch at South by Southwest in March.
Oh, nice. So you're going to raise? Are you raising the same token that people will get paid in, or is it a different token?
No, same token. Algebraix token, or we're calling it ALX. Alex. People are already referring to them as Alex tokens. We see it as the fuel. It's a utility token, and it will be the fuel for advertising on this new platform, in a decentralized, blockchain-based platform.
All right, so people will, go to the platform. They have to sign up, I guess, and they'll
they'll pick the type of ads that they want to be exposed to. They'll watch them, and they'll get paid a certain number of Alex tokens for doing so.
Correct, but we're starting in the entertainment vertical. And the entertainment vertical is all about delighting users. People will get paid to watch movie trailers, play a game, watch a television trailer, and the idea is that will go viral, and we get millions of users, and we serve the advertiser's interest. I mean, it's very hard, very expensive to promote a new movie or promote a new television show. Very difficult, and we think this is a great way to do it. It all happens on the smartphone, so you'll download the application on the iOS or Apple Store, and it'll be free. And just by downloading the app and registering, you're going to get paid ALX tokens as well.
So for people that may not have exposure to crypto, what are they going to do with the tokens? How are they going to know what to do?
They can save them. They can exchange them. They'll be tradable. So Our mission is to bring cryptocurrency mainstream and really cross the chasm. I don't know if that term is familiar, but there was a book written many years ago about the technology adoption life cycle, and there's this thing called the chasm, which is from how do you get from the early adopters and the innovators to the mainstream or the majority of people. And it's got to be delightful. It's got to be easy. It's got to be really, really fun and engaging. And that's what we plan on bringing to cryptocurrency, is to cross that chasm to the mainstream.
Are you going to have different tiers whereby if I am a power user and I watch more than a certain amount of trailers, that I get more Alex tokens? If I accumulate them, will I get any benefits? What if I want to just turn them all into Bitcoin and, liquidate them? I mean, what about people's behavior once they're on the system?
Excellent point. Really excellent. Built into the system, there'll be several things. There's going to be an algorithm about your reputation, meaning are you just clicking to earn tokens, or are you someone who's an influencer and is only, clicking on things relevant and interesting to you? Secondly, we're going to encourage people to save in Alex tokens by a kind of proof of stake mechanism where the more tokens you have, the more influence you have, and determining we will pay interest on those Alex tokens. So we're going to do many things to encourage people to save in them and make it a kind of the way we view it as a reserve kind of currency.
Okay, interesting. What about bad behavior? Like you said, people just trying to spam the system and get all these Alex tokens. How will you know if someone's really consuming a trailer? Do they have to watch the whole thing, or at least 75% of it? Do they have to, what about incentivizing people to tweet out their response to a given trailer on social media to magnify the effect of it? Those kinds of things.
Well, you're hitting on all the key points. We're going to definitely incentivize people to post things on social media, share them with their friends. They will get paid additional tokens to do that. They only earn them if they complete the ad or the trailer. And, once we get into it, I mean, there's no question that there will be bad behavior, and we're going to have to, keep optimizing the ecosystem to, promote good behavior and discourage bad behavior. That's just part of running the platform, what, has to happen.
Yeah, again, are there going to be ways, let's say I watch a movie trailer. What if I want to give a review of it? Will I get an extra incentive, after watching the trailer? Let's say I get 5 Alex tokens for watching the trailer. And if I write a review on it at the end, do I get another 2 Alex tokens? And then if I put it out through Twitter and Facebook on my accounts, do I get another extra Alex token? Are you going to have a hierarchy like that of not only people watching advertising, but doing something with it and promoting it themselves?
Absolutely. That's the whole idea, is that, the advertisers will be incentivized to participate on the platform because we're a great way to create a viral ecosystem. And all of those mentioned, sharing, reviewing, putting it on social media. Yes, they will all have their own incentives.
That's great. Okay. And I guess maybe also letting friends and relatives and associates know, hey, I just watched the trailer on X and I got paid in Alex tokens. If I refer you, I get a little bit, and then you get rewards for watching the stuff too. An affiliate type program as well.
Yes. No, absolutely. It's everything, and my guess is there'll be constant enhancements, but the principle that you're talking about is 100% correct. We will constantly be optimizing the platform to create incentives, to grow the network, and to create a network effect. Yes, absolutely. It's all about creating a network effect.
And what industries do you think this is going to work in? I mean, entertainment sounds like it makes total sense, watching trailers and all that stuff. But what about if I'm I'm a plumber who's going to want to watch my ad, or if I'm a lawyer, have you been in a car accident? Where do you think this will go? Where do you think it will fall flat?
Well, just like I watched in 1997 when I started our .com company, Real Age, I heard Jeff Bezos speak at a big trade show, Internet World. He was the keynote speaker. And at the time, Amazon they branded themselves as the Earth's biggest bookstore. And he said, look, books are our testing ground. We're figuring out how to delight customers, how to get the logistics down, how to delight them on the website. But we're going to be bigger than Walmart. We're going to sell everything that Walmart sells. So he had that vision from day one. I share a similar vision. Entertainment is a way to build trust and start to build the audience. But I see ourselves as a platform for all commerce. Ultimately, you have this app. The ultimate vision is, say, like you type in, if you wanted a plumber, you type it into Google, you say plumber Dallas or whatever, or whatever your zip code is, and up comes a bunch of plumbers, right? And with the reviews, etc. I see the same thing for our platform, where if you're looking for a product or a service, you type it in, and then people, vendors on the platform participate and say, oh, I want to reach, certain people, and if they type in that kind of term, I will offer X amount of tokens to pay attention to my ad.
Very good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Quick question. Since you were around in the .com boom and bust, I was too, but I wasn't, let's say I wasn't running a .com company. How do you look at the market now? The token market. Any similarities to the .com boom and bust? I mean, any eerie similarities, or what do you think of the market right now? How do you think it's going to shake out in the next few years?
I see the pattern is almost identical. There's going to be a huge amount of capital flowing in to blockchain projects and new cryptocurrencies. It already is happening. I think 2017 was the breakout year. I think it's going to run for several years before it busts, but there will be a bust, and this happens with any new disruptive technology, whether it was the internet in the 90s and then the bust in 2000. It happened in automobiles, railroads, PCs, you name it. Any big disruptive technology has just massive capital flow in, and there'll be many of the companies won't succeed, but the good ones come out better and stronger and then continue to grow, just like .com era. And you had to have the strength, you had to have a real business model, you had to have a real value proposition to make it through. And I lived through that .com bust because we had a real business and we had real profits, and we grew through it and came out stronger. And so did all the, Amazon, Google, Yahoo, all the big .com success companies. But there were thousands and tens of thousands that went bust. And I believe the same cycle, it won't be identical, but it will be similar. There'll be a lot of similarities.
All right, well, let's get back to Algebraix. What your roadmap for the next 6 months is what? When will there be a pre-sale? When will the ICO be? How can people start finding out more and getting involved?
There's a pre-sale we just started. Literally, it went live on Friday. We are bending over backwards to comply with SEC regulations, and we are doing what's called a SAFT, a simple agreement for future tokens, which is a security SEC kind of approved, where it's a pre-sale, where it's a futures contract that you get tokens at a discount at our ICO, a 20% discount, and people can go to SAFT Launch, SAFTLAUNCH.com to participate. It's available for accredited investors only in the U.S., any other or global investors. And then our ICO will happen in March, our full ICO in March, and it's going to happen at, we're going to launch it at South by Southwest. So.
Very cool. All right, so the best place for people to go is that URL you gave them?
Algebraixdata.com. But all the white papers and, information about our company is on Algebraixdata.com, but it's also on SAFTlaunch.com as well.
Well, Charlie, very interesting, and it'd be really interesting to see how this launches. Yeah, I appreciate your time today.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Super Conference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
You have been listening to Almost Here, Around the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Subscribe to this podcast, post a review to discover more future technologies that are poised to transform our lives for better or worse, such as Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.